It's the Twos Guys Book Club. Book Club with Twos Guys. And this is Book Twos. Backable by Suneel Gupta. This is a fundraising book, the surprising truth behind what makes people take a chance on you. So why do investors give you specifically money? That means you're backable. He lays it out in 7 steps, and I'll just share my favorite things in each of those steps. First thing is you need to convince yourself. No one's going to believe you if you don't believe yourself. Charisma isn't what moves people, it's having conviction. In order to convince others, you have to convince yourself first. Instead of rushing out to investors, founders would be much better off if they took quiet time to understand why their startup is worth investing in. And he suggests doing what Amazon does, which is write long form in order to get to that deeper why. They used to do PowerPoint presentations for everything, and you just do kind of bullets in PowerPoints traditionally. You don't get to the meat of it. If you want to have a meeting at Amazon, you need to write a 3 to 5 page document that you give to everybody ahead of time so they have full context of why the meeting is occurring in the first place. Sorry, poor type. I did this. I just wrote a bunch of paragraphs about how we're going to change the world by writing things down. So feel free to do the same exercise. Step 2, cast a central character. Instead of addressing millions of people, imagine sharing the story with one person. Helps the investor see themselves in the story. We walk through a sample customer's story, where she's at, what kind of dog she has, what's their dream destination. Make the customer the star, not the market. Oh, I take notes on calls. Oh, I set goals. Oh, I have daughters that have allergies. They'll find specific things to latch onto, but when you're addressing everybody, it's so broad that nothing hits. Don't just give a quick description of your customer, visually walk through the customer experience. Next up is find and earn secret. Do unorthodox work to learn from your users. Unlock a secret that no one else is aware of. Step 4, make it feel inevitable. What is the shift in the world that is making your idea matter? I wrote some ideas down. Don't make the case that it should happen. Make the case that it's already happening. Showing that change is inevitable means showing that your vision isn't necessarily unique, just slightly ahead. We're skating to where the puck is going. You want the investor to feel FOMO. They focus more on loss than gain. So if they're just looking at like what they're going to lose, they don't want to be a part of it. The loss needs to be not being included in what we're doing, rather than like the loss of them investing money and losing that money. FOMO's blood brother is momentum. Make momentum happen, they'll feel the FOMO. Have a vision of where the world is going, not where the world should go. Flip outsiders to insiders, make it feel like they're the ones coming up with the ideas. If it feels like it's their idea, then we all win. Most great political speeches include 3 stories: the story of me, the story of you, and the most important story, the story of us. What happens when we join forces? And then identify a gap in your idea that relates directly to the strength in your backer. In emails to potential investors, this dermatologist would emphasize how your retail background and my clinical background could be a nice fit. Not only did that set the relationship up with a collaborative tone, it also showed investors that he had done his research, that he wasn't simply sending a template email to every investor that could be found. And I skipped one. Learn as much as possible before your meeting. You want to be able to engage your backer with the right questions. Play exhibition matches. This is just practice. The likelihood of success inside the pitch room depends on one key thing: practice. If you're not embarrassed by the first version of your product, then you've launched too late. Ask people to repeat your idea back so you get a good sense of what's actually resonating. Some person in it had a rule of 21 practice rounds. You're only going to become good at your pitch when you've done it at least 21 times. Step 7, let go of your ego. My extreme desire to impress people in the room had created distance, not connection. No matter how professionally or friendly I acted, people could always tell when I wasn't at ease. No matter the industry or setting, people are more confident when they're in huddle mode, showing their idea rather than describing it. It was like the show, don't tell. Don't present, show the way that you think about it. We speak more confidently when we're representing someone else. Represent your customer. Focus on what your customer needs. Most people aren't going to like my idea, and that's okay, because what I really need is a few people to really love it. All Backable people eventually realize when you get dismissed, there's always another room. Game over. Happy Tuesday.